Hello, I'm Layla with My Winning Wines, and look how lucky can I get. Next to me is Mr. Leonardo LoCascio, owner, founder, CFO, CEO of Winebo. Leonardo, you have conquered Italy totally from the top to the bottom. How would you maintain the standards that you have in an increasingly competitive business? Through education, to pricing, to quality, all of the above, and I'm sure a lot more.
Well, Leila, I think the answer is a two-part answer, because on the producer side, there is a criteria that's kind of unyielding, and that's the quality of the wines. Without that, I'm really not interested even to start the conversation. And so that's kind of a given. It's where any discourse has to start. Once the wines are selected and they are available for sale in this country, then for us it's a matter of education. Education at Winebo is part of our mission statement. It's a big part of what we all do, myself included. I spend a good amount of my time talking to customers, talking to consumers, talking to the trade. What we do is not obvious. We import some wines that are made from, let's say, the better known grape varieties, but a lot of what we import is indigenous grapes, is obscure areas from Italy and now from Spain and Portugal and other places. So those wines need to be explained, they need to be told, they need to be put into a context. And for me, a context is not just the technical data about the wine, the sugar, the alcohol, the acidity. It's also the habitat from where they come from, the people that make them, the history of the place, the culture, the gastronomy, and so on and so forth. And it's I think putting those wines into a context that makes them appealing to people.
Well, you have certainly been able to accomplish that. Quality is always reflected. The education, all you have to do is www.winebo.com, and you get amazing information about each wine, each vineyard, the area. Everything is there, not just for Italy, but all the other countries that you represent. So that has been probably the hardest part to develop that library of context.
Well, to give you an idea, education is such a big part of what we do that people that sell our wines are given an entrance test into the company. They have to pass minimum proficiency standards, and then on a regular basis we have an education department of 4 people that will perform lectures and then test on the lectures that our sales reps are receiving, and people have to pass those tests. If they don't, they will take a remedial test, and if they fail again, then they're going to have to go work someplace else, because I just want to have people working for us that are really knowledgeable about what they're talking about, that are communicating the entire wine experience and not, as I said before, just the technical data about the wine. That you can read in a fact sheet or in a profile of the wine, but they need to know the context, they need to know the people that make those wines, they need to know the appellation, they need to know who their competitors are.
Obviously, they travel also to the sites.
Yes, that's another big part of what we do. We send our people on a regular basis to the vineyards all around the world, but obviously especially in Italy. And to me, without having the direct experience and without going into the cellars, kicking the tires, tasting what's in the barrel as well as what's in the bottle.
Already.
Without all of that, a sales rep is not complete in his understanding of the wines that we represent.
I always said to myself that one of the most important pieces of information that allows you to have tremendous confidence in the wine that you're selling is when you look at a label and you put a face to that label. It's just so gratifying, and it gives you all the confidence that you should have when you speak about a wine.
Absolutely.
When I say a label, a wine.
Absolutely.
So education, I think, is a tremendous part of your success.
Yes. Thank you.
Lately, I've been reading a lot and talking to people in the industry, talking to our customers about how many wines are becoming so alike, so homogenized. It doesn't matter where they come from, they kind of all taste the same. What is your
I think that's
take on that?
I think it's a big issue, Leila, and I feel that we are blessed at Weinberg because of the geography that we've chosen to work with. There is no country in the world that has a bigger variety of indigenous, autochthonous, native grape varietals.
No question about
Italy
that.
does.
It makes it very hard, though.
It makes it hard, and it makes it a little bit longer, if you will, in the education process. But I don't think you want to eat steak and potatoes every day. You may love steak and potatoes, but I think there are days that you want to have other things: chicken, fowl, fish. Crab, lamb, whatever it is. And I think it's the same thing with wine. I think that we all love the wines that are made from the main international varietals. But if you are curious about wine and about life, you want to experience different things. And there is no better place than Italy where you're able to do that. Spain, that is also blessed with a tremendous number of native grape varietals. And I don't think it's coincidental that I tend to gravitate towards countries like that. I like diversity in life, I like diversity in people, I like diversity in food, I like diversity in wine. I think that wine needs to be complementing your life and your personality. So if you're that type of person that is that likes to experience different things, you're going to be attracted to Italian wines naturally. So I think, yes, there is kind of a central tendency in the wine world. There is a lot of wines that will have perhaps a very competent level of quality, a very flawless level of quality, but they happen not to appeal to me personally, and therefore the kind of wines that I choose to work with kind of reflect that. And so does the geography of where those wines are coming from.
Well, I can certainly attest to that. Thank you, Leonardo.
Oh, it's quite a pleasure.
Thank you so much.